What is going on, Flagrant family? We are back with a brand new video. And today we are going to be grading the Boston Celtics. Like we said, we're starting a brand new series. We're going to be going through each NBA franchise, grading them, but not only grading the franchise, we're going to be grading the entire roster. Obviously not the bench guys, the deep bench guys, but the main 9 rotation players.
Yeah.
So let's get it started, boys. Boston Celtics, they're currently 31-25 at this day. What do you guys give them?
Midway through, like, we're about to hit the All-Star break. Now, if you asked me this question like maybe a week or two ago, I'd give them like a C plus. But they picked it up lately. Let me see. They are 8-2 in their last 10. I'll give them a B, I think.
Give them a C.
I was thinking like a C plus.
I think what they did in the beginning. I think what they did in the beginning of the year is still like really inexcusable, but I think they've definitely picked it up a lot since then. I think that players only meeting really helped them.
C plus, Evan?
What? Yeah, C plus. I think they were, projected to do a bit better than they are right now, and we'll get more into it, but their players have been a little inconsistent. So, they're not like completely underperforming, but they're not playing up to expectations.
Some of them have been great.
I agree. I'm kind of leaning towards C plus and at that B minus range. I'm just kind of falling there. I couldn't have said that a really, really rough start, but what I had said, they've been good past 10 games. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been looking good. They've been blowing teams out that they barely even need to play. They'll do whatever they need to, for the first half, and then they're just chilling for the other half. Mm-hmm. Boston's been pretty decent, It's a team you don't want to play on a nightly basis, but it's you're not too worried from your playing them.
Yeah. And to be fair to them, they're 31-25. The rest of the teams above them they're only separated by a couple of wins.
That's true.
If they had a better start of the season, I think they would be.
They'd be damn near 3rd seed. They'd be above the Bulls and Cavs.
I don't know about the Bulls, but I'd definitely give them the Cavs.
All right, let's get
the Cavs have the same record as you guys. Relax.
Let's get to the first player, the point guard of the team, probably the heart and soul of this team, Marcus Smart.
See, he's the heart and soul of the team, but I think he could be the heart and soul of a trade package.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that, Ed.
I'll give him a B plus, A for being he does what he does, man. He's like Mo said, he's heart and soul. He's a pest on defense, but I think it's time. He's run his course in Boston, man.
Yeah. I kind of I agree with you, Ed. He's the heart and soul, but I still think he's underperforming this year. So I think his motivation's a little down. He kind of expects to, be out of that team soon. So he's not really, putting 100% in. So I'll give him I gave the team a C plus.
I'm giving him a B. He's been great this year. Obviously, he's not performing amazing, but he's doing what he needs to do. Playing great defense, doing what he needs to do. I think he's picked it up since the beginning of the year. But I'm glad that he's doing a lot better than he once was.
I can agree to that. I'm not a B plus level. He's been solid. Like Ed said, he's doing his role to perfection, but I feel like that lack of motivation is still there. He knows that he's gone. On the thing I saw a couple weeks ago, he said goodbye to his teammates.
He did. He was thanking them.
Every single one of them. So he knows he's probably gonna get traded soon.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks because it's that's their guy, but no.
I love Marcus Smart. I really do like him. I used to hate him. I really started to like him.
It just just needs to be done at this point.
He'd be a great fit. Nah, actually, no, he wouldn't be. Never mind. Continue. Next play.
Chicago?
No, not yet.
Mo, I see what you mean now.
The next player we're going to get to is one half of the JJ, Mr. Jaylen Brown.
JJ, bro. I'm giving Jaylen a straight A.
I'm a B
yeah, I'm
plus
cool
A
with that.
minus.
Say A minus.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him an A minus too. But it's not really his fault. He's just kind of been dealing with injuries this year a little bit. So I feel like if he was just healthy all year, he'd get an A plus.
Yeah, he's been great for how long? I think he does need to really work on his playmaking. I feel like that's something he could really work because having 2 scores on a team really did not work out the first half of the season. But if he works on his playmaking, he'd be a lot better. He did baptize Mobamba the other day, which was great to watch. But I'm glad that he's turned it around a lot since the beginning of the season and that injury that he had.
I'd have to give him an A- too. Going in the beginning of the season, I had really high expectations for this guy. I don't know if you guys remember. I think he dropped like 35 and a half. And I'm like, bro, this guy's like, he took another level. And then he got hurt for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, shit. But he's been solid ever since he came back. Solid player. Like Canuck said, I think there's some aspects he needs to work on his game. I feel like shooting consistencies are just like kind of there. Assists, I agree. We need to work on that playmaking, especially as that 2 guard. Because Jason Tatum can't be like doing everything on the floor. And I think Jaylen Brown needs to maybe take a level up along with improving their roster, and they can really make a good push.
Okay.
Or just trade him to Cleveland. Nah, I know that's not happening. But
I mean, you could trade him to Chicago. Would be great.
yeah, just give up Pat Will and Zach LaVine.
We'll give him Pat
And
Will,
Zach LaVine. Hell
Pat
no.
Will, Kobe White in the first. And you gave
Kobe White in the first.
Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, and Josh Richards or Marcus Smart since he's the package of a trade.
Oh my god! All right, let's move on, man.
I'm just throwing out names. I don't even know.
Freaking casual.
All right, calm down.
But yeah, let's move on to the next J.
The next J, Mr. Jason Tatum, Taco J. What do y'all get?
Lieutenant Light Skin himself.
I'll give him an A again.
I'll give him an A. He's been great. He's picked it up.
Like, yeah, not much to complain about.
Go ahead, Mo.
I'm gonna have to give him an A-, maybe a B+, bro. Honestly, from my expectations, I had him like a lot higher. I thought he was gonna be like not an MVP candidate because of his record, but like playing to an MVP level, like one of the best players in the league, top 10 players. That's my expectations for him going to the season. He hasn't been that. I think he's borderline, maybe 15, maybe. But it's just tough to say, man. Like, there's some games where he'll, like, absolutely go the F off, bro. Dude's hooping. In the next game, he's dropping, like, 15 points. So it's just, like, I really don't know what's going on there. But to be fair, like I said, recently they've been kind of dominating teams. So it's like, does he really need to even, like, drop 30 a night if they're dominating? Not really, but still B+, A-, maybe.
They actually dominated the Nets today. But
Yeah,
that's
when they had
nuts.
nobody.
The poverty Nets.
Poverty Nets.
None of their stars played tonight. But anyway, I think this might be a hot take, but I'm leaning more towards a B than an A-, anything. Because I kind of agree with Mo. I expected Tatum to be averaging like in the 27, 28 range, playing at an MVP level, but he's been extremely inconsistent. He's also at times been extremely inefficient. And when I watch Celtics games, it's just like whoever brings the ball up the court just plays iso ball and then chucks up a shot. And it's like nobody works on their playmaking, and it's just like that's one of the Celtics' biggest flaws is their lack of playmaking and like lack of ball movement. It's just like either give it to Tatum and he's gonna size up whoever he's on, or give it to Brown and he's gonna drive to the lane and maybe kick out. So I don't know. I think Tatum could be better.
My only defense against that is like you were saying, Evan, like it runs through him and Brown. They're pretty like similar players. So like, it's harder for like one person to pop off. Like they both need to eat is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, one of them needs to kind of like accept a more playmaking role. I don't care who it is. It's just one of them needs to realize like, hey, this team is going to benefit more if I start passing the ball and getting my teammates involved.
Yeah.
So
we'll get into this later, but like they need a pure point guard.
Agreed.
Don't know who, but all right. Fair enough though. Let's move on to the old head.
Mr. Vet himself, Al
I
Horford.
do not want this man in Chicago in the slightest.
Oh my.
I don't want him in Chicago.
Jeez.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sure Mo loved him in Philly though.
Yeah, him and Embiid were like the Twin Towers.
Except one of them is like a shorter version. But I think he's been great.
Mo, what are your thoughts on Al Horford on the Celtics?
pisses me off, man. If you do this shit in Philly, I would have been pretty happy with it. But like for some reason, he's like turned into a pretty good damn role player again this year. You know, like he had those years in OKC, that year in Philly where he was just like on a huge decline. Like he just fell off. He was one of the worst contracts in the entire league. Like overpaid, just wasn't efficient. Would just sit at the 3-point line and chuck deep threes. But he's been really good. He's been amazing on defense. He's been, you know, getting some boards. Obviously, like you see, he's been playmaking too. He's been a great contributor for this Boston Celtics team. And it's like somewhat what they need.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm probably giving him, honestly, an A, a solid A. I think it's a great year for Al Horford.
Interesting. I was thinking like a B minus. Like if he was on a better contract, I feel like he'd be a lot higher. But since he's making his like 27, 28 mil a year, something like that, I don't know for sure, but I feel like he should be producing a bit more. Like I get he's 35 years old, but you know, Al Horford, you know, he's former All-Star. Can we just say that? Al Horford, former All-Star. I feel like just could be producing a little more. But again, I feel like that could be also, you know, credited due to the lack of playmaking on this team. Like how often does Horford really get the ball? I don't watch enough Celtics games to really know. But, you know, with how Tatum, Brown, and Schroeder play, I don't know how many touches Horford really gets. So I'll give him B minus because he does his role. He plays the defense, but I feel like he could produce more.
Yeah, I'll give him a B. To Evan's point, the contract's terrible, but to Mo's point, like I'm pretty sure Boston, like they wanted Horford just to be that locker room guy.
Oh yeah,
nice backup center to mentor Williams. I'll give him a B. It's whatever.
Look.
I think for me, he's a B. He's done what he's needed to do. Granted, that man's been in the league since 1978. The man's a borderline senior citizen, but I feel like he's been great what he's needed to do. He really has nothing crazy. His job is just to put the ball in the basket and rebound the ball.
Yeah, nothing much. Nothing much with Horford, to be honest.
It's just Al Horford.
Yeah, let's move.
Let's talk about their other big man who honestly.
This next guy is like, I love this dude.
I agree. I think he's been hooping out of his mind, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
One of the bright spots of the team.
Yeah, he's a great pickup for them. I'm really into I don't know why. I just really like undersized centers that are like really good defensively. And he's exactly what I just said. Like he's such a good fit with them.
Yeah.
I'll give him honestly an A.
I was thinking about a B plus.
Okay.
Because he's been like you said, one of their bright spots. He plays very, very well defense. For being 6'9" and playing center, that's very impressive. He's just kind of like Bam Adebayo, just toned down a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Just a bit toned down. I think he has the potential to, you know, average a good like 15 and 10 a game. But that's if he's given the ball more. So I'll give him a B plus. He's having a good year.
I agree. And I think his points per game would go up if they had a point guard, but they don't.
That's what I was just about to get into. If they had an actual playmaking guard that can possibly set him up for some nice lobs, I think he could get up to, like Evan said, maybe 15 points a game. I think they really need an actual playmaker that will really set them up. Not just him, but also Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It kind of sucks.
He'd be great with someone like he'd be great in OKC with next to Josh Giddey.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
but it's I think OKC's sold on one of these big men for this upcoming draft, like Chet or somebody, you know.
I swear, if they get Chet, that would be so nice.
Dude, that'll be such a nice young team.
That'd be insane.
I would be scared to play that team in the future.
Robert Williams, I think I'm gonna give him an A minus, maybe an A. Like I said earlier, he's been the bright spot of the team. He's been pretty good. He's went up in every single category, so I'm gonna give him an A minus.
That's fair. All right.
He's been great. Nothing. He's been splashing. expectations. You guys said everything I wanted to say. This man.
Get to our next guy, Dennis Scrotum.
He's an A. A.
Ah,
For
I
how
don't know
much he's
about
getting,
an
for how much he's getting paid and what he's producing is a robbery.
That's what I was thinking. Just because of his contract, I'll be nice to him. I'll give him a B plus.
A. Fair enough.
He wasn't like. Granted, I think he's probably the most disrespected player by GMs in the league. Like they don't value him in the slightest, and he's been great.
Well, I don't think he was worth the contract he was asking for.
He's not 100%, but he was great.
But yeah, this is a good nice little bounce back season for him. There's no way he's in a Boston Celtics uniform next year.
He might get traded.
I'd have to give him like a C plus. I feel like this is one of his worst years in the past couple of years. He was better on the Lakers. He was amazing on OKC behind Chris Paul. The year before that, he played in OKC again, I think. He played 2 years in OKC. He was even better then. And like, I don't know, he's kind of like on a downward spiral. Like after that Lakers year, he's like, I want to be like the main point guard of the team. And I guess he's doing that now, but it's like he's behind Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So it's like there's so much he can only do. So I'm gonna give him a C plus. I think he may earn himself a roster spot somewhere. I don't know where that somewhere is, but somewhere.
I can name a couple of aces off the top of my head. One of them starts with a C.
Oh, Cleveland.
Absolutely.
That in Chicago. Continue our next player.
I think Schroeder, just his game doesn't mesh well with Tatum and Brown.
No,
like I brought up earlier. Yeah, like I brought up earlier. Whenever I watch Celtics games, all I see is Schroeder taking up the ball and then driving to the lane. And then I see Schroeder bring it up, give it to Brown. He'll just drive past his defender and maybe kick out. Or Schroeder gives it to Tatum and Tatum sizes up his opponent, takes a mid-range shot or a sidestep three. It's just there's no ball movement. Schroeder wants to score, and he's got two big scorers on his team. It just doesn't work well. Schroeder needs to be in a place where he can be a scoring point.
What do you guys think? What team would be great on?
I mean, call me biased, but I think he'd be great off the bench for the Cavs. I really do. I really do.
No, I can see it.
Having Schroeder as our, like not six man, but point guard off the bench would be beautiful.
Hear me out.
I think if the Knicks are still trying to stay relevant, they should sign him to like a decent contract.
I don't know. Tom Thibodeau, either am I playing 48 minutes a game or am I playing 5?
That's true.
Yeah, Thibodeau.
His rotations are terrible. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
But I'd give Dennis Schroeder a C plus.
Okay. This next guy now.
This man just fell off a cliff, didn't he?
I'll give him like a D minus. I don't know, bro.
A D. Man was an ass.
What team was he really good on? He was really good on
the Heat.
The Mavs.
No, he was good on Miami.
His best season was with Miami.
He was putting up almost 20 a game, wasn't he?
What?
I think it was like 17 or 18, and then we traded Jimmy Butler for him. Yeah.
No, wait.
He was pretty average in Philly, and
Wasn't
then
he in Philly?
Dallas.
He started off in Miami. And was traded for Jimmy Butler. Then he got traded to Dallas.
Right, that's what it was.
I don't know how he ended up in Boston, but
free agency.
You guys saw the package that the Lakers offered for him?
Yeah,
No.
It was THT to pick
for Josh Richardson.
Smoking.
Dude, the Lakers
Fire the GM.
Dude, we
Boston
could be
didn't take it. Boston didn't take it.
Fire the GM for Boston. Both sides.
So you're telling me the Lakers made that terrible offer and they didn't accept that terrible offer?
No, they didn't take it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why you guys are hating on him so much. I think he's having obviously a down year, but I don't think it's like a D or an F, bro. It's not that bad. I'm giving him a C. Like I'm looking at shooting splits. It's not even that bad, bro. 44 and 40 is pretty good. It's just like
how many attempts does he get though?
8, and he's shooting about 4 threes a game. So like half of his shots are threes, and it's like,
oh my god.
It's like I don't know. Just like I don't know if he's given the right opportunity. I really don't know what's going on with him. So I'm giving him a C.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Lakers wanted that man. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, whatever.
Oh, you ready for our
Let's
last
move
guy?
on from him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go to our last guy.
Mr. Grant Williams.
Oh, he's been decent.
yeah, he's been all right. I give him just bang average C.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a
Yeah.
buck. I don't have much to say on him.
I don't really know anything about him, to be honest.
Take it away,
6'6"
Mo.
forward who's been in the league
Celtics
for-
fans, let us know in the comments really what your thoughts on Grant Williams are, because I don't have much.
I just know a bit only because shout out Sanko because he loves the Celtics. He's always hyping up this man right here, but it's like he's apparently a really good defender at his size and like he clamps up apparently. And I saw that last year during some series. So
He'd
yeah.
be a great fit in Chicago.
Oh my god, he actually would be a great fit in Chicago, but you're not getting him either.
Well,
I'd
yeah.
love- give him an unprotected first. Great value.
I have no idea if these two are related, but I remember I really wanted Josh Hart in Chicago, and he seems to have like a similar build. I don't know.
It's a kind
I
of,
agree.
but it's like
But
Josh
not
Hart is like literally better at every single aspect of basketball than Grant Williams.
Yeah. Pretty much. Okay, let's move on to really quickly. Well, the trade deadline's this Thursday. So, like, what do you guys see in the future for this team?
More the thing I really think could help them out isn't something they could do at the trade deadline. It's something they can do in free agency. And this really pains me to say this because I don't want this guy to end up there. But if the Celtics sign Ricky Rubio, that would
Oh
be
my God,
huge.
That's a great fit.
Ricky Rubio is so underrated, and his game is based on playmaking. So imagine the looks he could get for Tatum and Brown. It's insane.
That'd be great. That's a great idea, man.
I hope he doesn't go there, but if the Celtics make that move, I'd give him all the props in the world.
Fair enough.
All right.
I don't know how the Celtics will get this done, but I'd like to see someone like Jalen Brunson maybe in here.
Jalen Brunson would be a great fit on that shit. I don't know.
I think he'd be cool. I think he's a pretty solid playmaker. Great combo guard. He can shoot. He can play some defense at his size. Not bad. So it's just like I don't know how they would do it, especially since like Dallas probably doesn't want Dennis Schroeder or Josh Richardson.
I was gonna say they value Jalen Brunson a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how they would do that, but it'd be something cool to see. I saw some rumors about John Collins as well. I don't know how they would run that and why the Atlanta Hawks would do that in any world. But like Celtics always dream big.
I think the Celtics are going to become. I think if they don't do anything, they're going to become just a mediocre team.
Okay.
I think they're just waiting for this free agency. I saw a lot of rumors this past year about Bradley Beal possibly going there, which would be also be really cool. But it just like doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It just like
Don't like
you
that.
already have like a scoring wing, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much what Bradley Beal is.
All right.
How
Well,
much cap space does Boston have?
They have a lot
Not
after the season.
They
Because I
have,
think
like-
Al Horford expires this season too.
Wow.
Right. Guys, the Zoom meeting is about to end. Before we do our outro, how do they finish this season? I'm gonna say first round exit or first round. Exit.
agreed. First round.
Agreed, yeah.
If they play the Cavs, they're losing. If they play the Bulls, they're losing. They play the Sixers, they might go 7. If they
No, they're going to
I'm not trying to be a dick,
there's
but I
like
think they
6
can
or
beat the
7
Celtics.
teams that are losing.
I mean Cavs.
They're getting swept by the Cavs.
No,
Cavs win in 5.
I don't know, man.
The
A
Cavs
competitive
are
5.
destroying them.
I think Cavs in 6.
I'm gonna put some money on that
Tatum's going to
series.
have a game or two.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I say Cavs in 6.
Cavs might lose a game or two, but I think Philly, all jokes aside, is probably manhandling them.
Yeah, Philly in
Oh,
5.
I think the Bulls are manhandling them.
Like in 6.
I think
All right.
Bulls in 6 as well.
Okay, that's enough
All right.
about the teams. I appreciate you guys coming out to support for the video. You got a bunch of more teams to do, so stay tuned for that. Maybe your favorite team will be coming up. I'm looking forward to a certain team, 2 certain
that?
teams
The Cavs.
actually.
I believe
And like and subscribe, follow the TikTok down below, and appreciate you guys for coming out. Thank you.
Good job, guys.
later.
Take it easy.